And now for something completely different. It's EV Ireland.
Okay, welcome everyone, and this is another episode of Meet the Owners. So can you please tell me your name and what is your car?
Yeah, my name is Adrian, and I have a e-Soul from 2019.
So this is the new e-Soul.
That's the new e-Soul,
new
yeah.
generation, exactly, because there are two versions, and the previous version was actually not sold in Ireland. So why did you buy this car first?
Well, I used to have the fourth generation of the Soul.
Yes.
And I really like the car and the way you sit and the way is the car built, like, the build quality, like,
Yeah.
it's very, very, very good from Kia, like,
Yes.
That's one of the reasons, like,
Yeah.
the quality.
So you liked your first experience with that
Yeah, the
car,
first experience, and why not to go for the
new one?
newer one, yeah.
So this is not your first EV?
No.
So
no,
what
no.
have you had before?
Before Nissan Leaf.
Yes.
And it was quite nice as well.
Yeah.
Only the battery was quite small. The range was a bit
Yeah.
small, like, it wasn't really enough, like,
What year was it?
It's 2013.
20. Okay.
And it was only 24 kilowatts hour, like, the battery.
Okay. And so the first Soul was already a better battery?
Better battery. It was 27, like,
Yes.
It was 30.5, but it's only 27 available.
Yeah.
Like, was faster to charge as well.
Yeah.
It's quicker, much quicker. And the quality, I think, was still better than the Leaf.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
more room, like,
yes,
at the back as well, like, and everything.
Yeah, it's kind of boxier.
It's boxy, yeah.
And
Yeah.
very roomy,
I really
especially-
like this kind of shape, like,
Yeah.
It's handy for loads of things, like,
Yeah, especially if you transport things.
That's it,
because
yeah,
it's boxy, you can be useful.
Yeah, it's like a van.
And so that new generation of e-Soul, what's the battery size on this one? Because
This
there's
one
two
is
versions.
64.
So the battery is quite big, that's for sure.
Yeah, and the range is like 452, like, it's easy, I think, to do 400 any day, like,
Yes.
any day, anywhere, like,
So what was your last petrol or diesel car? Was it a long
I used
time
to have
ago?
a Honda Civic,
Yeah.
a petrol 1.8.
Okay.
Very nice car, very nice car. I like that car as well, like.
Yeah.
But just I want to try something else, like,
Yes.
I like Tesla, like, and I want to see how it's to drive an electric car, like,
Okay.
and then I just went for a Nissan Leaf,
Yes.
and I really like it, the way the drivetrain and everything, like, so easy to drive, the regenerating as well, like, when you brake, like, it's
Yes.
so easy in traffic.
Yes. So you were interested by the technology in
Technology,
particular?
yeah. Technology was the main reason why I went for electric car, like,
Okay. You haven't had this car for long because it's brand new.
I have it
obviously.
for a month, like,
Yes. So you haven't had many trips yet.
Well,
but
so far I done like 3,000 kilometers.
that's not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah. I travel a lot, like,
Yes.
just to try to see how far I'll go, how quick will charge and everything, like,
Yes.
And so far it's brilliant, like, it's a great car, like,
Yes. You're based in County Kilkenny.
Yeah. Kilkenny. Yeah.
Kilkenny itself.
Yeah.
Okay. How far did you? What's the longest trip you've done so far with this one?
I went to Letterkenny.
Yeah. Oh well, that's
Yeah.
far.
Yeah. I went like to Tralee.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
You went in
Galway.
one go to Letterkenny or?
Letterkenny, yeah, just one go, like, to
Wow.
Letterkenny, yeah. And just charge a little bit there, and I was able to come back to Athlone and go home, like, and it's handy, very handy.
Because Kilkenny to Letterkenny is quite a long way.
It is, yeah, it is like 5 hours
Yeah.
driving, like,
Yeah, without charging.
yeah,
It's
that's
pretty-
it.
It's really peace of
Yeah,
mind. So.
it is.
How much did it cost you, this vehicle?
That was 35,000.
Yeah, 35,000 on the road.
35,000, yeah.
So it's good. They have different versions probably. of this,
For the
or-
moment, I think it's only one version.
Okay.
Or maybe there are two, I don't know
Yeah,
exactly.
This is actually quite good because it has leather seats. It's quite well
Oh yeah,
equipped.
it's the K3 is the full option, like.
Yes. Okay. And how do you find public chargers? How do you find finding them?
Well, now the problem is, I think, is the fast charging, like, the fast one, they're very, very busy, like, I'm lucky because I can use the Ionity chargers,
Yes.
and I don't have to wait. There are hubs. There are four available, like, you know.
Yes. Yes.
And that's make a very easy life for me, like, you know,
Yeah.
to be able to go to one of the Ionity chargers.
Of course. Do you know how much time does it take to go from 0 to 80%
I
with this car, more or less?
usually have like 10-12% or 15% when I go charging, like, you know.
Yeah.
And to 8% I think it's only 40 minutes or something.
Okay. Oh, that's very fast. That's very fast,
Yeah.
for sure.
And 80% is like, I don't know, 380 kilometers, like, you know, the range, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's a lot, like, you know, it's
you get a lot.
you get a lot to go to 80%, like, you know.
Yeah.
And at 80% the speed is still very fast to 91%. Still go
Okay.
to 27 kilowatts hour, like, you know.
Oh yeah, at
Yeah,
90%.
At 90 is still 27, yeah.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
That's very fast. Yeah.
It's very fast, like, you know.
That's-
And then we'll slow down from 91, we'll slow down to 23.
Okay, so it's actually better than the Kona. I don't think the Kona does as well.
I have a
I think they might
a
have
photo, so
actually they might
I was
have
taking a
different
picture
battery.
to see, like, you know, to show others, like, you know, this is the speed.
Yeah. I think they have a different battery.
Different battery. This
Yes.
is made by SK Innovation,
Okay.
and Kona is made by LG.
Okay. Pretty good.
That's the difference,
Yeah,
I think.
it's the same motor. It's the same battery size, but
same
not
charger, same everything, but
different battery. maybe.
different company.
Yes. So yeah,
in the
that's why.
Korea, yeah, and
Yeah,
the
that,
Saudi, yeah.
that might be the reason why. So it's interesting to know.
Yeah, I think
Um,
Nero will be the same, like e-Nero, like, you know,
Yes.
will be the same speed, the same
Same charging speed. as
charging
this one.
speed, yeah.
Okay. What equipment did you get? Charging equipment you get with your car when you got it?
You'll get the cable to be able to charge at home, or the public chargers.
The Type 2, so?
The
yeah.
Type 2, yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll get the granny charger
Yes.
to be able to, the 3-pin, like, you know,
Yeah.
to charge in any plug, like, you know, anywhere.
Okay, so
Yeah.
one of each.
Yeah, one of each, yeah.
That's good. And it charges 7 kilowatt, I think. This
Yeah,
one on Type 2.
7.4 I can see on the,
7.4.
yeah.
Okay. Did you buy anything else as a charging equipment? Or do you intend to buy any other accessories?
For the moment, well, I don't have a home charger.
Okay.
This is what I'm planning, maybe to buy a home charger.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's going to be
Yeah.
the next investment
Yeah.
for you. Yeah. So do you live in a house? Is it going to be okay to?
I'm renting the house. That's the problem for the moment.
okay.
Like, you know, I don't know how long I'll be there, if I have to move or you know.
Yes. Yeah.
But the way for me it's handy to just go to work and charge over there, like, you know, because I have so many charger in town, like, you know.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're okay with the public infrastructure?
Yeah, with the public, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I start very early and it's no car charging that time, like, you know.
Okay, yeah.
It'll be at 6 o'clock, you know, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Will be no car charging, like, you know.
Yeah,
It'll be free. It'll be available for me, like, you know, to leave it for a few hours, and I'll charge maybe once a week. That's
okay.
it, you know.
Yeah, it's enough.
It's enough for maybe
Yeah.
for 2 weeks, you know.
Not too bad.
It's not too bad. No, it's not too bad in Kilkenny, you know.
So you
But
leave your
they'll
car-
be very busy in the afternoon, like,
Yes.
you won't be able to charge.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it's good because I'm working in the morning,
Yes,
very early in the morning. But
So-
in the afternoon, they're all of them busy, like, you know.
they're busy, but you get a full charge with a full day of
Oh,
work. You get pretty much the.
Very, very close.
almost,
yeah,
yeah.
almost. If I'm starting from 0 to 100, I think it's 9 hours and 30 minutes.
Okay.
But I'm not working 9 hours and 30
No,
minutes.
okay.
Like
you
7
don't go-
hours.
You don't go until you're zero either.
Yeah, of
so-
course. I won't go there with 0%. Like, you know, I'll still
course.
have 20% or
Yeah,
something.
So you're
It's
fine.
like a full charge. Yeah, if I want to full charge.
Yeah. That's
But
it.
I have a few settings in the car. I could charge slower if I want. I have three types, like 7.4, 6.8, or 4 kilowatts. Like,
Okay. So
I
you
can choose, like, you know. If I don't need to charge, like, if I have 50% and I want to charge, I'll go for the slowest way,
Yes,
like, you know,
yes.
4 point something kilowatts.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
Yeah.
in the time I'll be gone, like,
yes.
the car will charge slowly, like, you know,
Yeah. It's better.
to 100%, like, you know, or
Mhm.
80%, 90%. I prefer not to charge to 100%.
Yeah.
Maybe once a month, like, you know,
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. It's
just leave it to 80% or, you know,
yeah.
90 the most.
Yeah, in general, it's
Yeah.
not recommended to
Yeah.
leave a car at 100% for
That's
a
it,
longer period
that's
of
it.
time. So if you charge it full, it's better to drive it
Yeah,
immediately.
if I know next day I'll go somewhere, then I'll charge 100%.
Of course.
If I'm going to Dublin, or, you know,
Yes.
then 100% will be the best way to charge it, like, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you obviously use public chargers every week, more or less.
Yeah. That's
You also use the so Ionity as you were saying?
Ionity, I love them. Like, you know,
Yeah.
the way they're very quick and there are 4 available. Like, you know.
Yes.
If they're 2 occupied, there's still 2 available. Like, you know.
Yes.
I don't have to wait for anyone. Like, you know.
Yes. That's very
That's
practical.
practical. Yeah.
Yeah. There's not many of them. There's I think 4. maybe
There
in
are
Ireland.
3. There are 3 for the moment. Yeah.
So it's
They're
up-
building another one, or they're building another 3. I think
Yeah.
will be another 3.
Yeah, so
soon enough.
They have to be on your route, of course.
Oh,
but
yeah,
when
yeah,
you do
yeah,
have
yeah,
them, they are very
Yeah.
handy.
They're very handy. Yeah.
Yes. Have you ever been stranded because you
The
ran out of,
range.
did you run out of battery in one of
No.
your previous cars? Not this one, I suppose.
No, the
but-
previous one. I usually I know where the chargers, and I always looking to see if it's any problem with them. Like, you know.
Mhm.
I have many apps, like, you know, to like a plug sharing.
Plug share, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm looking to Facebook as well to see if somebody say about something wrong about the charger, like if it's not working or something, like, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'll know exactly if it's working or not, like, you know. I try to charge, like the previous car I was usually trying to charge at maybe 50-40% to make sure, like, I could make another to go to the next charger, you know, if that one is not working, like, you know.
Yes.
And I've never been caught, like, you know, not able to charge, like, you know,
Yeah.
because I always left something on the battery, like I never run the battery to 0% or 5%, like, you know.
Yeah.
I left something, like, you know, I try to stop to charge sooner than leave it later, like, you know.
You never know. There could be a,
Yeah,
there could
you
be a
never know.
problem
Yeah.
with a charger,
Yeah.
or maybe a
That's it,
queue
that's
for
it.
any reason. On the
Yeah.
weekends, especially, could be
That's
a bit of a
it,
queue.
yeah.
So yeah.
I try to see my route where I'll have more chargers on my route, like, you know, and I'll see, well, I have a few fast charger. I'll go that way. It doesn't matter if it's a longer way, like, you know.
Yeah.
I'll prefer to have more options
Yes, exactly.
available, like, you know, than only one,
Yeah.
and to stretch the battery from 100% to 0, like, you know.
Yeah.
I prefer just to be safe, like, you know.
Smaller
Yeah.
chargers, and smaller don't take more time because
That's
of
it,
course
that's it, like
you do
if-
more of them, but you spend less time.
I remember the previous Solo, if I had like 40-50% to 80% was like 10 minutes, like, you know. Like 10 minutes, you just go to the toilet and come back and
Exactly. It's
go to
nothing.
the next one, and that's it, like, you know.
Okay, yeah. What is the favorite thing about this car? You can
It's
tell them.
well, it's the range, I think, is the most
range,
important. I
yeah.
think, yeah, it's like a normal petrol diesel, like, you know, feels like, you know, you can
400
just go from
kilometers.
Kilkenny to Dublin and come back and still have 30% left, like, you know. Like, just imagine 30% was like the previous car, like
Yes.
the range of the
Yes.
previous car, like.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
What was the hardest thing when you moved from a petrol car, your Civic, onto the first EV? What was the hardest thing for you when you moved to electric car?
I don't know. I was the other way around. I think was harder driving a petrol car than the electric car. I love driving electric car. I don't know. It was the torque, the power, the way is the car drives, like, you know, in the city, like, you know. It's I think it was better, like, you know, to drive electric than the petrol.
Yeah.
It was the other way around. It wasn't
Yeah.
something like, you know. I was going forward, not backwards, like, you know.
Yes.
Going
right.
electric, like, you know.
So you're never gonna go back to
Don't think so. No,
petrol, diesel,
no. It's the torque. Is the I don't know. It's something, like, you know.
Mhm.
It's something like special, like, you know, to drive an electric car, like, you know.
Yeah. And what would you say to someone interested by an electric car?
Just to try one, and
Try one.
to see if you like it or not, like, you know.
And if someone wants to buy an electric car and they look at the different models, why should they get this e-Soul instead of a Kona or any other car?
I test drive the Kona, but the quality is not so good like this one.
Yes.
I prefer this one than the Kona.
You mean the quality of the interior?
Quality of the interior, yeah.
Yes, the plastic.
The plastic and everything is much better.
Yeah. And the size as well.
The size as well, yeah.
Big.
It's bigger room, yeah. It's more bigger space, like at the back and the front as well, like you can see here, like, you know.
Yes.
It's
Very
loads
room.
of space, like.
It's room for 5 actually.
It is, yeah.
Not just for 4, but for
Yeah.
5, that's for sure. Very good. Well, thanks a lot for
thank you
for
for-
sharing your experience.
Yeah, thank you for
And
inviting me.
thank you for watching this episode of Meet the Owners.